Alright. My voice decided to crack right as I was about to do the intro. But don't worry, fear not, my friends, for I am going to be fine for the rest of the matchup. My name is Juan Crystal, commentating alongside Halo. How you doing, my man?
Hello, everybody. How are you doing, Juan? I'm doing very well.
We apologize, of course, for the delay we had at the start. We had some technical issues to deal with. And, of course, we have some news. You're not seeing it wrong. Peru is currently leading the charge.
Yeah.
0.
We will certainly be able to show you the band, but for now, Peru has won in the Jack Shark, Betrayal of Fate, and now France hit them back with a pick of Platinum, so they're going to be playing long notes for this. And yeah, there we go.
Gonna go straight for some density. Not a surprise here coming from France, as they are usually a long note-sided team. We'll see if they have what it takes here on Platinum. I think, arguably, on the easy side, I'll say, density-wise, it's not that tricky. If you can handle the BPM, which is 191, it's not that big. You can do pretty well, but we start...
Yeah, with the already with several drops.
What happened with Satsukel? That's super strange.
I don't know. That's some weird misses on the easy sections. Kamiko now sporting on one of their own. So these misses from the French team are gonna be giving Peru's light lead for now. We're from the hardest parts of the chart. Right now, everyone keeps their full combo on the thrill. Peru seems to be slipping up a bit in the act department, but everybody holding.
Absolutely, these accuracies by Kes, Kitty, and Grey Hardrock are pulling ahead for France here slowly. If they can keep this full combos, and as soon as I say that, we see another break here by Tatsuka.
Another break.
If he can get a better accuracy as the chart goes on with the trade now from Eric, it is very likely that France has enough time here to take it back. And another one from Eric here.
That swings it.
What is wrong with this map? Those anchors aren't even that hard.
They are not. I think everybody's nervous. Just like, oh my god, I don't know. This is a tense match for everyone. Everybody's hands are registering like level 4 on the Richter scale. You just get misses like that, and now we're going into the hardest section very soon. Fast to this.
We're about to enter the last quarter now. Like,
oh yeah,
on the lead very, very well. So indeed. Like, those anchors are kind of not so hard, but in the density section, what is that collapse by
Oh my god, this is going Kitty absolutely tanking for the Peruvian team, and they're now gonna be almost like a trade between the teams. It's very, very dense right now. Everybody can hold, but not Kamiko! Kamiko is gonna drop it. This is gonna be the point for France if they do not drop, but Setsuko! Oh my god! How many was
that? That is 500 points. That is less than 500 points.
400 and whatever points. Oh my god!
That is 440 points of difference in favor of France, who clutches it at the end. But the collapse from both teams was just unreal. This was so many misses by Eric. The full combo drop by Kamiko. Satsuki just struggled.
Oh my god!
And somehow the full combo from Grey is enough to carry France to the victory. What
Grey pulled up so hard. Grey is honestly the hero of this one. Really do not know what to say, man. Oh, what happened? What happened? Oh my god. Like, really? France gotta get it together. Like, I don't think they need to disconsider runs for the time being. They did well enough if you discount the strange drop, but like, I think this is not supposed to happen. If this is their first pick, obviously they're supposed to be very confident in this, but something happened. They really gotta get it together. I think there's a lot of nerves involved.
It's probably nerves. I'm concerned about Satsuki's performance here. I was expecting him to do a bit better, holding through the density of this chart, but we'll see. The other elements are maybe not as dense, so perhaps they wanted to get off of the pick they were most uncomfortable with in the long note department, as they're probably going to pick all of it anyway.
Also, Peru pulling the trigger on the SVs. That is strange. Like, both teams left the SVs open, so I'd expected them to be a bit more on the fence about picking the SV, but they're just going straight at it. Let's go.
Just going for it. And I think it makes sense in some ways, right? Peru has always been a very good SV team, historically, like not just in this tournament. and they have their own specialists. Like Miaori is pretty good, but Kamiko is also really good at SVs. As far as I remember, maybe that changed in the on the nowadays times. And of course, France also with Pat, they have their own guns as well to pull out in picks like this. But in general, I feel that Peru might have the upper hand, especially considering the nerves, right? Real Peru, you see these scores by France, and you're like, they seem nervous, so might as well just pick an SV, which is probably the worst type of map you play in a nervous situation.
And if they blank on this, if any player just blacks out during this chart, I think there's a huge blow of confidence for the French team. It's an opportunity to pick Wibble Wobble for Peru, secure another point, makes them able to ignore a lot of more unfavorable or even charts, just gives them so much freedom to navigate the pools. So this chart might actually be extremely important. Like, France, even if France loses, France needs to play well on this, because if they play poorly, that's just gonna be such a huge blow of confidence. I think it might swing the match all by itself.
Here we go then, starting with CD Try, T-Pasolite, the artist of the song. And at the moment, it seems like Peru's holding a lead, mostly off the back of Miao, who is just destroying this chart so far, 99.91.
Yeah,
and a miss from Grey Hard Rock here.
Already,
yeah. But Miao drops too. Actually, a bit amount of accuracy too.
Okay, now we're going at it.
Spectra as well.
Spectra immediately would have missed, but not to be that intense. A lot of the misses are gonna be stray.
I don't know, man. This is a huge break by Peru, and even though France is struggling as well, and everybody just dropped out. France is on the lead.
Everybody's dropping. Oh my God, Pataraj with the huge chunk. A lot of team misses between. Oh, it's just gonna.
What is going on right now? Everybody's just struggling so hard on this map. It makes me wonder why is Peru picking this.
Like Spectra with an A.
The best score right now is a 97, and that's from Black Drake.
Yeah, but right now, both Pato and Great Rock Hard Rock with a 96. The first and second players of Peru are a bit better. Miari tanking a miss right now, but otherwise, just Spectral not being able to handle it. And now we're getting to the end of the map, and just that's not enough. That's not enough from Peru.
That's a huge lead by France. There's no way they lose this.
Yeah, and they're absolutely in the end of the chart, unless they miss the quad at the end, which I do not believe.
Maybe they do. This is like a 70,000 point lead. That's insanely huge, and there's no way they lose this. There's no map left.
Yeah, basically not.
And that's just it.
Like, really, no realistic way they lose unless they severely screw up. And a confounding pick from Peru. I mean, they didn't have a breakpoint of comfort to take a risky bet like this, and just like that, they give up the point, and France on the map with a breakpoint and extremely comfortable on the knowledge that.
That's such a weird pick, though. Like, if you have an A on your team, you should not be picking a map. Like, I know, I get it. It's SBs. You could surprise your opponent somehow. But that score by Spectre is just not good enough, I think, for you to make this pick.
Yeah, that is a rough pick. And right now, Peru's gotta get it together. Like, I don't know if they're better with a wobble, but they're absolutely not gonna pick it now. France might be inclined to. They just revealed that Peru has a huge third player issue on SVs. And right now, this gonna. I don't know. They can pick whatever now. They don't even need to pick Wibble Wobble. They can just play whatever, ride the breakpoint until the end. They still have a bunch of Palans on their pocket. They pick Wibble Wobble. They don't care. If we're gonna play the SVs, I guess they're just gonna throw them all into the blender right away.
I mean, they won the first one, might as well win the second one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. France are smelling blood. Let's see what happens from that, because France is in an interesting position. I have no idea what Peru is up to. Like, to this rough. France wins this. This is just breakpoint lead, 3-1, clean. And Peru's gonna have to spend the rest of the match just kind of chasing France, and that is very uncomfortable for them. They do get 4 chances at a breakpoint, but not terrible position to be in. Especially considering they just gave France like huge map freedom. Damn. Alright, now we're going to do Wibble Wobble.
We'll get to see if these two teams can do a little bit better than the previous one. I fear that France might be a bit overconfident on this. Like, sure, France won the previous one by a pretty significant margin, but I didn't really see France like owning the chart, like far from it. So we'll have to see if this works. I wouldn't be surprised if Peru somehow win this, especially now that Blacky Day starts with a miss in the very south
and part. Everyone's doing pretty well. Spectro cleaning up their act. Yeah, right now we're fine. Everyone hitting this section with very good accuracy to boot. No drops this far.
Well, it seems like the miss from Blacky Days making the difference, but it's also the accuracy. I think the accuracy is just
the accuracy. Kamiko. I think it's second player advantage. Miari is just pulling it up. Spectro is also helping due to Blacky Days miss. So yeah, everyone holding right now. And now we're going into the 1-3 section.
Pretty good, no misses there.
Ooh, Spectro, massive tank! Right now, ooh, they do get it together in the second section. Ooh, a lot of tanking by Spectro is really turning it out, but Pato with the misses! Also, tanks usually very hard rock getting down into 98.
Gray as well, dropping a huge amount of accuracy over
yeah.
there. I don't really know why, honestly. Like, that part doesn't seem all that hard. Yeah,
it's weird. It has a weird
the accuracy advantage though, and for that, Peru's.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Peru with France has a lot of damage on their scores, and right now Peru's gonna be entering the final section with a huge point lead. Very hard for them to lose this. Everybody hits the thrill. But right now, really only one section. Lucky they did miss on the quadruple section. Weirdly. Ooh, moments of tension, honestly. Miari also signing a miss.
It doesn't matter here.
And there we go.
There's like no map remaining. There's no way this can play.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, not really. There was one section, and it wasn't realistic that Peru would drop, but it is like the last section and the last possibility of a team-wide failure malfunction. But it does not happen. Peru secures the point.
That's a second break in a row, so that's insane.
Wow, that ties it. Peru did do better, significantly better in this than in CD Try, but extremely confounding sequence in which both teams pick the SV and then proceed to do very subpar on it, and they just end up trading breakpoints.
Well, I wouldn't say this particular performance is all that subpar. Sure, I would expect the full combo, at least from one player. But but I would say this was a better show for SVs in the French side.
It was.
And the Peruvian side as well. I think they both would have made this pick and it would have been fine to win.
Both of them played well, but I also do think that France did better in Wibble Wobble than Peru did in City Try, even though they both lost it in the end. This is so weird. What the hell are they doing? Now we're getting back to the normal schedule though, because no more SPs in the pool, so Peru in a weird position now, because usually when you pick DSVs, it's a good opportunity to let your opponent give up information about what they like and what they dislike. But since France also picked DSV, we're back to square one, I guess.
where Peru did pick the very strong Betrayal of Fate, in which they just kind of won. And then France picked an LN, and now they have
Platinum.
no really useful information. So they're again with the Zometry.
So isometry is the pick after all. I mean, at this point, I just expect Peru to go for rice for
Yeah,
the rest of the match, and like
yeah, I
there's
guess
nothing else.
it's bad.
And I expect France to go for the lands and eventually transition into hybrids. The only kind of wildcard map in the rice department that always is present and you have to be careful about is the Jack pick, which is the one that got
Yeah.
first picked, and Peru destroyed it.
Yeah, Peru
So-
destroyed it.
At this point, I don't think
I do
the
think
match
that
structure
Toki.
is not-
I do think that Toki is a very dangerous pick.
yeah, that's true. But
But
I don't
also,
think they need to pick it to win, right? Like they
Oh,
could
absolutely.
tie break it without that.
Absolutely, they do not. They picked an SV. They have the ignores to just not pick it. Same thing for France, which I think picking Toki is an even worse idea for them in paper, right?
I mean, honestly, I think Toki still favors Peru regardless, but
definitely.
I wouldn't just pick it because
Yeah,
you
it's
have
just-
better options.
Why would you do that, right? Right now, I think the big difference maker in this match is gonna be the hybrids. Like, Peru would really love to get information on whether the hybrids are good for them or not. Like, I think they're
they don't really need that info, right? If they just go
Yeah,
for
the-
rise,
that's-
they just won the rise. They just win the rise.
yeah,
and that's
just win the rise, and they let France eventually pick the hybrids, right? Eagle Seeker Eagle Seeker and Turban are probably decent for them. But then we're gonna have to wait and see. Right now we have Isometry, fifth point can go to either team. For all that we know, because the core attack is pretty binary skill set, but when you get a more complicated map like Isometry, it's a more diverse map like Isometry, a lot of things can get together to make either team win. So very curious about their performance in this. Early in this charge, basically just gonna be all accuracy. Later on is where it gets really hard.
good on jump stream.
Ooh, and it seems to go for France is Henry seems to be have a slightly lower accuracy. Don't know. I guess much more Mr. and Kaskitty pulling it up though. Wow, they got a slim lead on this.
It is very small though, and it's mostly off the difference between Grey Hard Rock and Henry, and that difference is like 0.03%. So
I think
That's
there's a
very
team-wide
good.
difference. There's a team-wide difference, to be fair.
I mean, if you are 1-to-1 with everybody,
Ooh.
then yes. Now that there is some drops in accuracy from Grey, then it's getting a little
yeah.
bit closer. And even
It's-
Peru is starting to stick that late in the hand.
Ow.
But now the Jack.
Henry
Big
drops
Jack.
it, and that's very unfortunate. Ooh, the Jacks are the more inconsistent part of the chart. Everyone in France holds it, but Peru not getting it together. And right now, France have a one miss cushion, I guess.
Oh, that's a very good caution though. This is not a map I expect to see many misses, if any miss, other than the Jack.
Oh,
and there's
and
another
Smith
one
over
now by
right, yeah.
Kamiko.
Yeah, not really a drop. I guess it's just an isolated miss, but still gonna very much contribute to France's lead. Right now, they're on the last quarter of the map, and only a huge drop or two significant drops from France. Can
They're running out of
actually
time too. The map is almost over.
Yeah.
But there's the first one. Great
Yeah.
Hard Rock dropping now, and they have to be careful.
Yeah, it's an isolated one, but it's not gonna be enough. And right now, as we approach the tail end of this chart, it does look like it's going for France with another miss from Kamiko.
There's two.
That
two.
absolutely seals it.
And that is it. Yes, that's just another breakpoint for the Europeans here. France will be taking now again the lead in their favor, 3-2. There's no way they can drop it right now. There's not enough
Absolutely
points,
not.
not enough knots, and
Ooh.
that's a third breakpoint in a row. So really good team
Wow.
score here by France. Other than the miss
Yeah.
from Gray, that's just
Ooh,
insane. Double
Double
990k
FC is
is very
crazy.
good. Well, not quite double 990k, but you get the idea.
Yeah,
980, 9.5. It's essentially
yeah.
a 990k.
If you give Mr. access points to Kaskiri, then we can have a double 990. That's just it. That's absolutely how scores work. But hey, France with the double FC, that gives them a blush of confidence in the rise that they would not otherwise have. Very reassuring for the hybrids because they were gonna get into them anyway, eventually. So
It
really
is a very
good.
good thing for France. I'm surprised they were like so close to lose platinum, and that's the only concern I have right now. Like if France blows Olympics like they did with platinum, then they
Yeah,
might be in a stranger position, in a difficult position.
yeah.
But I
It would,
expect them to just win the next one.
yeah, it would be really strange even if like imagine if kind of the team dynamic just kind of changes mid game and Peru starts going to land and France starts going to rise. That would be very weird.
Wait, I just noticed. Isn't Peru just France, but without the blue thing on the left?
No. At
Oh
least
my god.
in Ozu it is, but also like I think the red is a
Oh
different
yeah, well
color.
yeah. Peru
and
has a thingy, a symbol in the middle of the flag. That's true.
it has an emblem in the middle of the flag.
I mean, we would know because we are South Americans, right? But nobody should. Nobody has to know.
Nobody has to know. What are flags, man? They're flags only exist in the context of your Ozu profile. So
True. Anything who says anything else is just wrong. I'm sorry, guys.
no, sorry. Countries were created by Ozu to promote World Cup. That is it. Honestly, though, what is gonna be the pick for France for now? Like, obviously an LN, but I don't know whether they want to play Raze or whether they want to play. Sorry, Presto. I'd go for Presto.
I'll go for Sorry Presto for sure here, like no doubts in my mind. But they might be considering going for a hybrid here, so I think that's the main concern.
Yeah.
Because Fox4 should work for them. The thing with Fox4 is that it has one or two patterns throughout the chart that are like very easy to mind block or to just outright miss. And if Peru can somehow keep a combo up, like just a single full combo, they might just win it. It's a short map as well, so misses will definitely be a problem.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And Extra Galactic is just too hot, right? I
Extra
think
Galactic was
is just a
banned.
very hard
Extra
shot.
Galactic was
Oh
banned.
yeah, true. You're right. It was banned.
But yeah, Raze is very risky. And it's risky for both sides too. Yesterday we saw, technically today, but right, we saw Brazil and Canada, and the Trills and Raze were absolutely a game ender for Brazil in that chart. Just everybody exploded on that. It's a very risky pick.
And
So-
so impressed it was, after all. No surprises here. The pick I
Yeah, definitely.
expected.
Yeah, absolutely. Very impressive is the more safe pick. And I do expect them to even go into the hybrids a little bit before they end up caving into Raze. Especially since they have a breakpoint in their back pocket for now. They can delay Raze as much as they want if they don't.
I mean, honestly, after seeing Satsukel's performance on Platinum, I might even want to completely avoid Fox4. Like,
That is
Fox4 is very physically
true.
demanding at some aspects, and if you struggle physically with that density, pretty straightforward, kind of
Yeah.
even jump stream-ish pick.
Yeah, you're not
for the
gonna be
longest, you're
doing
not
very
gonna
well
have a
in
good time, yeah, on Fox4.
because like Fox 4 is not that physically difficult, but it's all about coordination. If you're choking your coordination on like a simple pick, then I do agree that Fox 4 is probably better avoided. But whew, let's see how France does it is because Peru didn't seem to be lacking on the accuracy department, so this might be closer than expected if we don't have any misses or something like that.
I don't think so. I think this is even a better pick than Platinum for France to begin with. So I would be very surprised if France is not like fully leading the map, like
Yeah, not
the
leading by a
entire
huge amount.
way. Yeah, I'm not saying a huge amount. Sure, like Peru has a decent team as well.
Yeah,
and they
but
should be
they-
able to perform well on this. It's just that I don't see France like being outclassed.
Oh, great
accuracy
for
at all.
Rock. Everyone in France starting with pretty low accuracy. Kamika would have missed though. Gotta hand it over to Sam.
I'm starting to get a little bit worried, man. If all the teams are struggling this match at long notes, how are they going to deal with finals? Like grand finals, rather, right? Because Peru and France are both going to be playing grand finals regardless of the result of this match.
Yeah.
As the winner of this will transition into winner of
hard
grand
roll with a
finals.
miss.
And there's a two-way miss.
Oh
by
my
France
god. What is happening? Right now, Peru's with this white lead.
Yeah,
Lori,
great.
she's almost gives it. Yeah, it does give it all away. Right now, France.
Again, it's the
losing by
accuracy,
time,
consistency
it's
by
not-
France that is carrying them through. But I
Yeah,
don't see why they're missing
absolutely.
so often. It really feels like strange.
Yeah. Zuko with the biggest hack in the team still, and Kiskitty with a full combo. Their accuracy margins basically all in Setsuko's back, honestly. Peru not doing that well, but doing a decent enough job of keeping a Team Y99.
And this is kind of almost a two-way FC by Peru. So they do have the combo upper hand, considering they have two misses, but one of them didn't cause a combo reset.
Yeah,
So it is mostly just off the back of the accuracy here that France is leading, mostly from Satsuko. And I think if there is a player to miss here, and if that player is Keskidi, France will drop that lead like so quickly.
yeah, they will drop it. Absolutely. And the second part is also harder than the first, so this is a very high risk situation.
I see France holding through this last third of the map, but perhaps I'm wrong. This sort of coordination releases were a problem for Kamiko in the past, and then a lot of accuracy was dropped from the French side too.
Yeah,
And the gap is closing slowly
gap
but
is-
surely. We have a quarter of the song remaining. I think
Yeah,
accuracy alone could make the difference here for Peru.
Oh,
If they can hold it up, but Miauri just struggled. Oh,
Miauri
that's a big risk.
drop. And now that it's getting really dense and complicated, it's not gonna be a very long section, but Great Hard Rock already would have missed.
And we saw Satsuka dropping on things like this on Platinum before, so
Oh, Setsuko
you-
a lot of accuracy.
that was a big tank in accuracy, but he still holds the combo. But
what a miss!
Oh, is Peru
Is that
coming back?
enough?
Peru's coming back from this. Peru's absolutely coming back from this, but it's a double miss!
Oh my god!
Oh my double miss by Kamiko and Miauri, who just drop and collapse at the end, and they had their chance, and they couldn't take it.
Oh my god! Peru squandering, and there's no map left to beat this newfound huge advantage from France, and that is gonna be it. France,
Whoa.
after a very strange game, France does keep the advantage, and now they keep the break point. It's theirs to lose.
Off the back of that full combo by Keskidi, France takes their own point after a long time. They won the platinum pick, and then every single other match was a break point. And now they finally get it together and get the win back for themselves. And honestly, the accuracies were not all that different. Ratio-wise, Peru did better. It was mostly the miscount here. Miauri struggled a lot keeping the combo throughout the ending of the chart and throughout the middle of the chart, and that essentially made a difference here. Both teams are actually more equal on a lens than what I previously expected. It's just that France seems to have the upper hand when it comes to being consistent with at least one of their players, right? Keskidi here being the MVP for sure. Had he not called that full combo, I don't think France would have won that.
Oh my god. And right now, Kamiko with Interrobad.
So they're going for hybrids. That's honestly not so bad. I think that's actually smart considering they lost the last Rice pick, and they're going for something they have been challenging friends at, right? They almost won both of the lanes. They were super close on Platinum, and they had their chance on Starry Presto at the ending. They choked it.
Yeah.
So going for a hybrid here where they have their upper hand and consistency of Rice, and
Absolutely.
and the accuracy on LNs really, like the ratio LN wise, Peru did better than France. So maybe
Which is very interesting. So yeah, that's an interesting pick. Interrobad is the more the most rise bias rise hybrid in the pool. So interesting situation right here. And also, if they do pick this, if they do win this, they also make life very complicated for France because France still has 3 picks, right? And these 3 picks, if they don't want to play any Rise, will have to be Eagle Seeker, HTPL chart, and Raze. And we've already talked about how France probably does not want to play Raze with all of their consistency malfunctions in Rise in LN. So this is a very strategic pick. If Peru does win in this, does make France's life a lot more complicated in terms of managing the pool.
Deciding what they want to go for, really. Because again, we argue that Foxhole is maybe not a great pick for France, and if the hybrids get exhausted early on, then they might have to be the ones picking into Rise. But as it stands right now, France seems to be on the lead off the back of that miss from Henry, right to combo reset for him. And accuracy-wise, I think they're also leading, but not by that much here. Eric is holding the best accuracy of the lobby. Very, very close to Grey Harrock too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right now, a drop from Cascade is gonna bring it back a little closer. The comment's gonna be building up and slimming down this French lead, but it's still gonna be slightly more on the edge, simply because it was a very isolated miss.
Some
Accuracy,
200s drop.
he was pretty on the French side though, so they're gonna be getting more.
I honestly feel that Peru might be starting to pull ahead in the accuracy department.
Oh,
it really comes down to Henry against Cascade. And the misses, they are essentially the same, but Henry did not get a full combo reset. It was maybe around 370 combos, so they have a very, 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 very small upper hand on combo, and that accuracy, that if it gets too close, then Peru might just win it out of that very small combo.
But
not good. France is gonna take the lead now more convincingly with less than an eighth of this chart left. There is many spots here left to miss, and France just need to keep this consistency up for them to win their 5th point now. Can they hold it is the question. This very last couple bursts and jump stream with Henry dropping the ball. That's just it. France takes the 5th.
Yeah, absolutely. Just takes it. And right now, Peru giving up another break point, putting themselves in a really bad position. Right now, I see. Yeah, France did have the accuracy on their side at the end. Eric did extremely well, but it was not enough to overturn double FC from France with better accuracy across the board. So yeah.
Double FC and one play with a single miss and pretty good 200 count.
Yeah.
It's not going to be enough for Peru here. Everyone in France is doing better than their friend, like the Peruvians' counterparts, other than Eric, who's like outperforming a couple of the French people. France is just doing better.
Yeah, France just doing really well. And right now they got double break point. Basically, Peru can't lose any of the French picks at this point. He's gonna have 2 picks, and they are gonna win. Might look like it's 5-2 is not that bad, but Peru's backs are officially against the wall. Basically.
So now for France to pick and what they're going for, I'm not so sure. Again, Foxful could work, but I think I'll stick with the hybrids here at this point. I think an Eagle Seeker might be fine, but maybe it's too physically demanding for France. I'm not sure.
They did do decently well in Turban, and though Eagle Seeker is higher BPM, I'm not sure about it. I think that France might display another interesting score. But it really is inconvenient for them. If they knew about this in Turban, they would very much like to pick it, but... Oh, they go for Signal. That's just fine. That's the moral and oriented of the remaining hybrids. signal is pretty good for them. So right now, this is tough for Peru. If they lose this it's puts in this awful position.
I mean, it is match point if they lose this, so
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
really is a bad situation.
Yeah, they have to. They're gonna have to win every single chart if they lose this. But I think there's even if they won, I think they're supposed to be worried as soon as they. Overall, it's just very tense situation. Dex might be an issue for France, but overall, this is not a very coordination-oriented chart, despite the Ellen influence, but really do not know what it says. Except that Peru is in right spot, and France also does not like the remaining pick that much, despite having Blood Break on his back. If this and Naval Seeker not enough to close out the match, Lily not know what he. So they did win on Exometry, so there is that. Right now we're going straight into it. Skitty with a mirror. Alright. That's gonna take a while to wrap up to the maximum gear. But until then, we do see a very slight Peruvian advantage in accuracy. Not gonna stick for long. Nobody getting misses in the gag first. And there we go. As soon as the chart starts, it immediately starts flickering. France gets a better foothold into the chart.
I mean, it's not surprising. Usually at the start of the map, you don't see many misses, but that might not be the case anymore. Miauri is the one who goes first here.
Yeah, Miauri with a miss.
Not so good, my friends, as Peru is now again back against the wall with France just leading the charge. France is just absolutely tearing this map apart. Every single player holding very consistent accuracies. The only one who can maybe contest that is Kamiko, but himself alone will not do the trick here. Peru needs a miss, or probably two here by France if they want to take it back. And they only getting misses off their own, with Miauri now dropping again. That's 2 times.
Absolutely. Right now, France in a very strong position. They have a huge cushion. Accuracies are very good. And simply in a very strong position where Peru has been decent enough at holding. Miauri has had a few misses, but right now real trouble comes in this section because they need to hold their own and also need France to have lots of misses, made even harder by Miauri's recent drop. He's gonna be sliding even further into the French team as Miauri dropped another time. They're having severe third player issues. I think. Yeah, that's gonna be it.
That has to be it. Yes, that's unfortunately another defeat for Peru as France wins their own pick once more with a double FC here. Actually, triple FC.
Yeah.
Never mind. That's a full team FC. That's really good.
And you see, Peru is not even that far behind until you start factoring the third player. You're really.
Yeah, Miauri struggled with this.
Yeah, definitely. And that's very, very important for Peru. There's a huge blow of confidence. They have not been able to get anything together in these recent plays. And they need to get a strong team performance quick. Because right now, France is on match point. Peru can no longer afford any losses. They cannot afford any scuffed picks. They cannot choke. They need to get it together if they want to bring this into the tiebreaker.
Right now, Well, Peru, again, they need to win every single pick remaining here and force a tiebreaker in order to just secure the top 2 spot. This is the winners final, so none of these teams is going to get eliminated regardless of the result. But the winner secures the top 2. The loser, of course, already secured themselves at least top 3. They need to face the winner between Canada or Thailand, which are going to be playing, I think, tomorrow.
Yes, they're gonna be playing tomorrow. It's gonna be a match.
It's definitely going to be an interesting match for sure. And of course, the winner of this will face the loser of this match to then the winner of that match face the winner of this match. So essentially, we could repeat this same matchup on the grand finals. But regardless of what happens, we need to first check the result of this. As Close Your Eyes seems to be the pick here by Peru. And I really hope they are not closing their eyes because they really need to pay attention here and somehow pull this back.
No, I'd be glad if they did. They gotta close their eyes, breathe, relax. They haven't been able to get a good team performance up to this
Well, as long
point.
as they don't really do it during the map, then I guess it's fine. But
Yeah. Right now, they really need this. And it's a very interesting pick. If there is a pick where Peru can demonstrate their superior ride strength, I think this is one of them. And right now, on their last legs, we gotta do it. It's starting now.
And here we go then. Close your eyes. The last, well, that's not necessarily the last hope of Peru, but certainly they need to start winning something. And they have to start with this. And every single map right now is the last chance for Peru to force a tiebreaker here. They just need to win them all. That's it. And as it stands right now, it seems like France is on the lead. Slightly, mostly off the back of the accuracy by Hard Rock. We'll see if this continues throughout the rest of the chart. This intro is pretty straightforward and pretty easy, but now into the streams, and here we go. This is the start of the challenge. We'll see if France can hold the ground, if Peru can somehow overpower France on this kind of streamish patterns.
Yeah, France just not giving it up. Everyone has been quite consistent on these streams, but
Pretty surprised there was no misses.
yeah,
No misses yet, and not many accuracy drops either. The Jacks are not going to trip anybody up. Everybody's still holding the full combo after the first third.
yeah, which does end up meaning that it's just full-on active for the French team. This is gonna be very hard to overturn without any drops of any kind. Beat the miss or accuracy drops, but this is getting out of hand.
No!
Especially as Kimiko dropped an entire roll.
No, that was before the rolls even. That was like right before starting the streams. And there's another one now, exactly in the same transition. And Kamiko's double miss here is gonna put Peru in a very rough spot, and they cannot afford any more maps to lose. France might be just running away with this and securing themselves a top 2 if they can hold their combos. They don't even need to worry about the accuracy anymore. We're closing the second third here, and there's only like one long stream section remaining for France to choke, and even so, they just need to focus on the combo. That's it.
No
The lead is pretty big.
Absolutely. This is the 11th hour for Peru.
Can they hold this is the question here for France. Only a quarter of the song remaining and into the last bit of stream. This is a bit denser, I think, but not so much. If Peru can hold the combo and France drops a couple, then maybe there's a chance. But Eric, who was holding one of the only full combos on Peru, now drops again, and that just has to seal the deal here. France is just too consistent here. 3-way FC on the stream pick is insanely good for them.
Yeah, France going in with a dominating performance as they send Peru into the loser's bracket. Right now, there's still a bunch of map left, but this is basically over. France did have a rough start, but they really, really quickly got it together and start putting out insane team performance after insane team performance. And right now, that is gonna be it for this match. France is in the grand finals, and Peru is in the losers bracket.
Another three-way FC. What a way to seal the match here by the French gentleman here. Great Hard Rock again with another FC with a great performance of his
And
own
the
990k.
ratio, a mental ratio, and a full team, a two-way SDG. Just really, really crazy performances all around. France shows their dominance right here, and that is gonna be it for this match.
This underdog story of Peru cannot be understated though. Like
Oh,
it is
absolutely.
so insane that they just made it this far and they still have another chance facing either Canada or Thailand in the
Absolute.
lower bracket. But
Absolutely. Comes grand finals, we might be able to finally see what these teams are gonna do in a really really late game chart. What is their true physical strength? It's just gonna be a whole different world come next week. But for now, France stands victorious as Peru goes into the losers finals to play against the winner of Thailand Canada. It's gonna be only 5 hours from now. It's gonna be happening 4 hours UTC on the Sunday. So check out that match. Cause that's gonna be the final match from the finals, and grand finals is gonna be crazy. Also, don't miss the showcase that is gonna be happening Sunday 16 UTC. But with that, we're gonna be bidding our goodbyes. This has been Halo. I've been here with Juan for this amazing match, and we're signing out. Goodbye, everybody.
thank you all for watching and do not miss Thailand versus Canada in a couple of hours. Bye bye.